How's everyone doing? It's your man here, Scotty G, aka Ricky Analog. If you guys don't know who I am one half of the management team over at Reezy Resells. Me and Reezy have been business partners for longer than I can remember. We run multiple businesses together. Our main moneymaker is our Amazon bookselling business, and he's been in the spotlight for a while now, making videos and tutorials, and I kind of play the background. Nevertheless, I'm here. I comment sometimes on his group page, and I try to help people. And I think there's just only so much he can cover and get to, and it's kind of on my to-do list to start helping him out a little more with some of these things that are more geared towards helping you guys. The first video I guess I'm gonna make is this video here today, aptly titled "Step Your SKU Game Up: The Anatomy of a Proper SKU." I see lots of you guys posting pictures of shots of sales that you make, and a lot of times I can see your SKUs that you're using, and the SKUs are a lot of times these randomly generated numbers by whatever third-party company you use to make your uploads. There's a right way and a wrong way to make SKUs, and just using a randomly generated number is definitely not helping you. I want to teach you how to make SKUs that benefit you later on down the road. So there's a few things that you should be able to do with your SKU, and you do it by encoding data into the SKU itself. Now, some of the pieces of data that you can include in your SKU, you can include a source, you can include the date the inventory was listed or acquired, you can include the sourcer. Now don't get that mixed up with source. Source and sourcer are completely different things. The source is where the book came from. Your sourcer, if you pay people to get inventory for you, would be who that person or entity is. The product's condition. Not everybody is selling new products. Like if you do retail arbitrage, most of your stuff's new. But a lot of us that sell used books or toys for that matter, board games and things, you can put the condition in there, the price you paid, and the quantity of units that you acquired for that SKU. And one last thing is we use what we call wildcards, which are just things that we put in a SKU that allow us to apply different pricing templates to those SKUs. We currently use Reprice It for pricing our inventory, and it allows for wildcards. So an example would be putting dash capital T capital B for textbooks in the SKU of books that are considered textbooks. And then we have a pricing template in Reprice It that applies only to books with that in the SKU. So our typical SKU, I guess I should just get right into that. It goes the source. So let's say it's Reezy's location, it's gonna be CFL, and we always use all caps. So if I don't tell you whether it's caps or not, it is. It's always all caps in the SKUs. CFL dash the date, and the format we use for the date is year, so 2016 dash the MLA abbreviated month, so say it's January's JAN dash the day, so 23 dash condition of the book, so VG, G, LN, whatever it happens to be, dash the number, which is a random number at the end, which allows you to keep using the same SKU, but just the next one in that list. So I guess technically the last number is not really a randomly generated number, it's just the next number in a sequential order. Now, obviously I left out some of the things that you can put into a SKU. Those are our base SKUs for our bulk books. But we also have books that are gotten by sourcers. We have books that come from, or not only books, but like we have products that come from retail arbitrage. So we'll have the source in there and things like the price paid and the quantity. I guess it's also important to note that what you put at the beginning of your SKU is only important for sorting in Seller Central Dash in the inventory in there. Because if you're using an Excel sheet, you can sort by the middle of a SKU, the end of a SKU, the beginning of the SKU, Excel sheets are really, really useful because they're so easily manipulated to give you the data you want in the order you want. So when I'm telling you pick out a good prefix, it's only for pricing manually if you're using Seller Central Dash to price your books. I had somebody ask why should you put that data in your SKU if you're using a service, say like Inventory Lab, where you can put that data into Inventory Lab, like your cost and the quantity and the date and your source, all these things. Or even if you're using like Caleb Ross tracking spreadsheet, or not the tracking spreadsheet, but his listing spreadsheet, which again has cells for those pieces of data. So why is it that you should do it in the actual SKU itself? Well, two reasons really. The first reason is if you ever stop using that service and you've been using randomly generated numbers for your SKUs, you don't necessarily get to take all that data that you put in there with you to whatever company maybe you move to, or if you don't use a third party service anymore after that, you lose all that data. This way you can take the data with you wherever you go. It's yours. It's your proprietary data that you have created and doesn't belong to anybody. The second big reason for that is putting all these things in your SKU allow you to gain major insights into your sales without having to drill down further into the actual sale itself. So if I go and look at a sale and I'm wondering, oh, I wonder where that book came from, or I wonder who bought that, or I wonder what the margin is on that, or just different things you might have questions about, where if you don't include this in your SKU, you got a lot of digging to do to go find that information. I can look at my SKUs and my sales and tell you exactly where that book came from, when it was listed, like the condition it was in, who was the sourcer, was it a textbook, different things like, and that's so useful to just be able to gain insight like that by just merely looking at a SKU. So I really hope that you guys watch this and implement it. Don't just watch this and nod your head. Stop using these randomly generated SKUs. It hurts me when I see you guys posting your sales on the Facebook group and there's just some weird random SKU, and I'm going, this guy's gonna have a headache later on when you realize that your SKUs don't mean anything. They mean zilch. So if you guys like this video, we'll keep more of them coming. I know it's a very boring, dull video. I'm literally in my office right now and using a lamp here for extra light. It's probably a hideous video. It's not gonna have a whole lot of crazy good editing or anything. It's not gonna be exciting, but hopefully you take away the actual meaning from this, and that is use data in your SKUs. Make your SKUs purposeful. Till next time, guys. Yo, peace out. It's Ricky Analog. Reezy Resells. Step your SKU game up.